different did this guy look like?
It's locked. Hello, young nail bender. About time you were coming home. Stoke's been looking for you, and he ain't real happy. You better get in there right now.
Okay. And this sound is better. Come on, let's get out of here first.
Well, it's about time, you lazy idiot. I sent you out 4 hours ago for firewood, and you bring me back one scrawny stick. If your father were the foreman, I'd toss you in the furnace. You're just like the youth downstairs with the bishop right now. If that fire goes out and the cleric's swords don't get down...
I'm sorry,
Okay, I think the cleric is the bad guy. He's trying to build an army.
Now give me that stick. I'm done dealing with the likes of you, nail bender. I'll be back, and you'd better hope the furnace doesn't go out.
Okay.
Mess. I can't do anything without my distaff.
Let's go to...
That straw looks awfully comfortable, though. Oh, it must have a sleep draft woven into it.
Enough.
Imagine frightening a poor defenceless old thing like me. Core. Well, I may not be much good with fire, love, but I still enjoy the taste of tender, firm young meat.
One blasted stick of
It
wood.
ate
Curse
me.
that lad. 10,000 swords
Did
to
I
forge,
lose?
and the furnace is about as cold as mine.
Oh shit, I had to bring some fucking wood.
I don't believe this. Not nice of that weaver kid.
No.
Just wait until his turn comes. I'll be waiting for him on the outside.
Oh dear, that means trouble.
What
Elder
happened?
Atropos saw his staff fitted, so he'd have something to say about it. You could be sure of that. Careful now, old bird. Let's not singe the feathers.
Ah, so he died and I became myself again? Well,
It's locked. And me with no distaff.
anyway, I have a distaff. Let's open E, C, E, D, Alakazam. Okay, so
Not a stick left.
I had to fill it. I have a dig. Okay.
I probably shouldn't go back there dressed like this.
Okay. How do I... Any hint?
I
Game?
probably shouldn't go back there dressed like this.
What should I do?
It's already open. It's already open.
Oh, maybe I'll become invisible.
I probably shouldn't go back there dressed like this.
Can I become invisible? Oh, it was a room down. I am so blind. Okay, let's listen. Oh.
The final blade is even now in the hands of our most skilled blade shaper, Your Excellency. How's it coming there, Edgewise?
I'm just putting the edge on the last sword, sir.
Good to hear it. No slacking off now. Let's get it finished.
You share with me a historic moment, Foreman. The forging of the 10,000th sword marks the end of our preparations. How much longer must I wait?
The steel will ring out its final decay,
okay.
sir. Not much longer now.
Very good then. Carry on.
Okay. This is easy. I just have
Maybe I should stand a bit closer.
to make it look bad.
It's about time he stopped.
Okay, this game is really easy on you.
What? What evil is this? A witch's curse has twisted the final blade.
A curse, Edgewise? I think not. It would take more than a mere witch's curse to ruin my plans. You there! Could it be that this little prank is of your doing? Yes? Well then, I would be honored to have you as my guest at the cathedral. I know some other curses that may amuse you.
I'm getting really tired of this.
I'm locked
Allow
again.
me to introduce myself. I am Bishop Mandible, trans-ultimate apostle of the anti-secular conclave of clerics.
I know. Am I expected to kneel?
Silence, you impudent punk.
This is my assistant, Cobb.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And you require no introduction. Your cloak and staff betray your origins. But I must say I'm surprised to find you here. It's been quite a long time since any weaver bothered to leave that dreary little rock you call home. Loom. So provincial. I can't help but wonder what impelled you to leave it now.
His Excellency asked you a question.
I know. I'm ignoring it.
Ah, recalcitrance. I see.
Shall I fetch the instruments of persuasion, Master?
Please forgive my assistant his eagerness. I fear Cobb is not very worldly. He does not understand the dangerous power of a weaver.
Dangerous? Your Reverence. Him?
Quite dangerous indeed, my dear Cobb. In fact, he could burst this flimsy iron cage open with hardly a second thought.
That's impossible, most exalted one. I inspect the locks personally every fortnight.
Observe and learn then, for even now your prisoner plans his escape.
Okay. Let me entertain those guys. With my E, C, E. I just had a thought. What does any of this have to do with weaving? How are you weaving on a
These
staff?
weavers. Fortunately, however, they're quite helpless without their weaving sticks.
That distaff will never work for you.
Oh, no, my young friend, you're quite wrong about that. Come, let's me show you why. Consider the common graveyard. There, the boundary between the living and the dead is indistinct.
Every graveyard's like that, so...
Now, imagine what might happen if this delicate boundary were to be somehow breached, torn open, so to speak.
It's not that simple. You can't just rip the pattern apart like an old rag.
But it is that simple, my boy, and I can. I have only to lift this rod, and the legions of the dead will stream forth onto the plane of the living. A vast army of the dead, nourished by the shepherd's flocks, armed by the artisanship of the blacksmiths, guided by the glassmaker's spear. All under the spiritual leadership of one supreme commander, me! The final hour is now at hand. The age of the clerics is upon us. I have preparations to attend to, Cobb. Don't let this boy out of your sight. He is to touch nothing. You understand me?
Perfectly, Your Excellence.
Lord Mandible, ruler of the universe. I do like the sound of it. I'll have to change.
Okay, we're saving the world. The universe.
You're not so dangerous now, then, are you?
Okay, let's click this.
Keep away from that. His Eminence said not to touch anything.
I wasn't going to touch it. Just looking, Cobb, that's all.
Just looking, eh? Well then, perhaps we can do a bit of a trade. How about I let you look in the sphere
If... what?
Well, the legends say that to gaze upon an uncloaked weaver brings death. Naturally, we clerics aren't given to such silly superstitions, but I'm curious. Let's answer this one once and for all, shall we? No!
May we have some quiet, please? I can't even begin to invoke the dead with all that screaming.
I thought he
I'd
wanted.
say he wasn't warned.
I thought he just wanted to see me naked. Okay. Just let's go back.
Friend, I see Cobb has been lax in his duty. No matter. You're just in time to witness the dawn of a new era.
You don't have the slightest idea of what you're doing. The pattern is already worn and frayed. If you rip a hole in it now, the consequences will be beyond anything you can imagine.
Spare me your Weaver mysticism, boy. The time has come when the dead shall no longer envy the living.